as one of the big guns been taken out. You know what I'm saying? We live in an effect. I hope you are live with us too. If you're not, just know that we are on Raw. The Fatal 4-Way people about to be tapping in any second. I got the link up a little. Whew, it was a little hectic tonight, but you know what I'm saying? We pulling through. And here in a little bit, you're gonna see people start popping up. Pete Dunne taking a big boot, power bomb. Yo, that super kick, Jey Uso super kick. Did he just punch his ticket? Oh, the Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne taking L's. Well, there you have it. There you have it. There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new number one contender for the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship, and his name is Main Event Jey Uso. Shout out to y'all in the chat. I see you, Daddy. Hunter Ashley, what up, Hopback? Robert Reese, we see you in the chat. Oh man, so we got winning. That's a good way to take out Braun Strowman. Maybe you get a PLE match with him. Maybe you get a PLE match with him, maybe you don't. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna put that on the PLE. I don't know if that's what they're gonna do. But if they do put it on the PLE, I don't know if they're gonna do that. I think the way they've been running these PLEs, I'm not sure. Ooh, nasty splash. You got some nasty height on there, and they're all. It's a 1, 2, 3. I'm waiting to see if maybe we get a face off with him and Bron Breakker. Is there even a point to do a face off? I mean, they eating away. Ooh, all right. Well, that's how you go off the air with not a real face off. I think they ran out of time on that one. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even know how to turn this off. There we go. We're just gonna keep pushing buttons till the joint go off, and that's how Raw just goes off the air with a kind of little face off between Jey Uso and Braun Breaker. The Anuia family tree going on against the Steiner's family tree. And we gonna see how this one gonna stack up. But guess what? We're gonna take a little commercial break. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna show you a little something coming up very, very soon because I'm in the editing process right now. And once we pop back in, we're gonna get into what happened on Monday Night Raw and some things coming up. Time change, you know what I'm saying? They got some things coming up with Monday Night Raw, so we're definitely gonna jump into that as we go into the Bad Blood season, as we push into the final quarter of the year. The Netflix era is about to begin, and I definitely want to know now that Raw has concluded, what were your thoughts on Raw? But first, we're gonna give you this.
This is DNA, and y'all checking out my show Top 5. You got a top 5? I got a top 5. But let's see whose top 5 is better. Good night. Good night.
Brr, it's cold food with the Archie Carter. A wrestling match, a return, a battle, something that you were looking forward to because you knew it was going to be hot. And when you got it, well, it wasn't. That's cold food, and I'm here to talk about it. It's cold food with the Archie Carter. Hey, waiter, this cold.
King HP, and here we're gonna look at wrestlers that couldn't get the job done. We're gonna look at it. Why didn't they win? What happened? And because it's near fall, we're gonna see if we can get them some gold. Remember, the referee's decision is final. Yes, sir.
Glorious. What's up, man?
What up, bro? How you
Hey,
been? How you?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I did not see as much of the show as I would like to because a young lady named Francine is tearing her way through the Gulf Coast. So I've been on hurricane alert and hurricane watch trying to make sure me and the fam good. So a lot of what you say is gonna be new to me, HP. So, but
Hey,
I'm here to talk about it. Hurricane can't even stop Attitude Era podcast. You heard me?
I like that attitude. I like that attitude, but definitely first and foremost, make sure your family is in a good position. Make sure they're safe. I don't care if it's a tropical depression. I don't
Oh
care if
nah,
it's
we
category
good, brother.
1
And
or
shout out to
5.
everybody
You
from
know,
Texas on down through Florida on that Gulf Coast. Y'all know what it is every year from June to October. You
June to December, bro.
gotta keep the gas tank full in case you
It's
gotta hit the highway. But
you better keep that thing up till Christmas around
yeah, so
here because
everybody
that's the way it
on the
works.
Gulf Coast that may be affected by Francine, stay safe. Leave if you have to leave, and make sure, your safety and everything is key and number one. But
Facts, facts, because a lot can go wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I'll leave it at that. I'm in Florida, so we get our fair share. So exactly, but I thought Raw. I'm gonna catch you up to speed too at the same time, and we're gonna. I'm happy you said that. We'll keep it more open ended with this discussion because a lot of things you kind of already know we've been predicting leading up to this, so no real surprises. Um,
I feel like my
but
light
I
is
thought
over here tonight. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
you got a red light district. What's good over
I don't
there?
know what's going on. I mean,
But they open up with a promo for the Wyatt Six going against American Made, and then it's the night starts off with an 8-man or a woman intergender tag, right? Where Uncle Howdy sits this one out, but he's at ringside and he'll make his presence in the match. And we get an 8-man intergender no DQ tag team match.
we got Big Dorado rolling in there.
Yo, it got the crowd was chanting "Holy shit!" You know what I'm saying, which was good. Good pacing. I like what they're doing with the Wyatts. I will say this because even my notes, I wrote great match. The winners was the Wyatt Six. They came out on top. Um, it is kind of weird for me because American Made is a good setup for the Wyatts because you got 3 males and a
But it
chick.
shouldn't be their first thing.
Oh, here we go. Hey, y'all get ready for this one.
Yeah.
He put us on mute. I see his little mic is crossed out. He think he's slick. He got us. He got himself on mute. Not he put us on mute. He got himself on mute.
I have my cell phone mute. We here though, man. Oh, Archie, I didn't even think he was gonna be here.
Hey,
Oh nah, if I
little hurricane can't stop nothing.
hey
Just a little
if
hurricane. Nah, but
it
I had to make sure the fam was good. Like I was telling HP, I didn't catch as much of the show as I would like to because we all, preparing for the storm. But I'm here. And again,
I'm gonna
everybody
keep
on the
I'm gonna keep
southeast
it
coast,
100 with
take
y'all.
care of yourself. Be safe
This
out
might
there from
be
Texas to Florida.
this might be the
I'm gonna
first
say
Raw
this
I
too.
watched. This
You
might
said
be the
what happened?
first. I said this might be the first Raw that I watched in a very long time. I mean, for obvious reasons, but it was crazy. Bret Hart was on there,
Yo,
so I'm like, yo, I gotta watch it.
yeah. We definitely gonna jump
I
into
read that
that part.
starting in October, from October to January, Raw's going to
2
be 2 hours.
hours. Yeah, 2 hours
Yeah,
before they go back to Netflix.
we gonna get into all that shit.
All right, go
Fuck
ahead,
the fuck.
HB.
We gonna start with
And if I
well.
do tap out, y'all know why, but I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
If I see one of them posters come off that wall, I'm just gonna be like, "Run, Archie, run!" You know what I'm
Nah, we
saying? Let's go. But yeah, yo, that Wyatt Six. Like, my question is, what happens after this? Because there's not that many groups. There's the Judgment Day, cool. I think that's down the road. But after that, what are we doing with the Wyatt Six? Do we just keep jumping people? Do we, you know what I'm saying? Do we individualize their storylines? These guys go after tag team goal. Like, I don't know really, you know what I'm saying, once they get past American Made. But they had a great match. I ain't gonna hold you. I I thought it was, you know what I'm saying, it was doing tables. My MVP for the match, yo, Eric Rowan, man.
how do they look as a team? Do they look fluid and like?
Hey, bro, they got good chemistry for four people doing this. They got the tag team power bombs, putting one who power bombed some. I know Dexter Loomis is the one who goes on to the victim. Um, Eric Rowan saving the day as the powerhouse. Nikki Cross was bodying
Ivy now.
what's her name? Yeah, but she disappeared for like five. Well, everyone disappeared at some point for like a 5 minute. Yo, but when she came out from under the ring, it was all hell breaking loose. You know what I'm saying? And Bo Dallas had to get involved finally at the very end. And which one of them American made motherfuckers be selling that Sister Abigail?
I feel like they gotta bring Kurt Angle into that American Made joint, man.
It'll be over. Roof will explode. Roof will explode. He is so who Chad Gable angle slammed somebody off the
He
top
started
rope.
doing the angle
And
slam over the past few weeks.
Yeah.
He's been doing it.
yeah, and then when they kicked out of it, it was ill as shit. He wasted no like they kicked out, and the way they did their leg, he instantly grabbed it and turned it right out of. Okay, you want to kick out of this and turned it right into an ankle lock. Like no wasted movement. You know what I'm saying? So if Kurt Angle come back to teach Chad, because they got a mentor and even the odds of the numbers against the Wyatt Six, it's over, bro.
Can
That Wyatt
I
Six,
That'll work.
can I say this?
yeah,
We
come on.
we had a little foreshadowing before the night, and I'm trying to remember. I think it was me, and I think it was somebody. I don't know if it was Archie or HP that said this, but you see, Bad Blood. What match that is?
Yeah, they announced it. I got the
Hell in a Cell, Bad Blood, Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk. I know I called Hell in a Cell. I said it. I was like, "Yo, it's gonna be Hell in a Cell." But
I think it was Archie because I went against it because it's like there's no reason for it. There's no interference. It was Archie, but I went against it, and then they was listening to
now let me
Archie.
ask
It
y'all
was
this:
like,
right with your high wrestling IQ, what storyline are they? They're copying a blatant storyline. Blatantly. Like maybe not with the characters, but the follow up and the storyline. So I'll give it to you. Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. Shawn Michaels.
how? Yeah,
Shawn,
break that one down.
Shawn Michaels and Undertaker starts at SummerSlam. Seth Rollins is the special referee. Shawn Michaels is the special guest referee. Bret Hart, Undertaker match. Shawn Michaels hits him. Boom. It's an interference. Then a whole nother feud starts, right? They didn't do it this way because it was already there. But then the first Hell in a Cell ever was that Ground Zero Bad Blood.
No, Ground Zero was their first match.
No, the Hell
And
in a
yeah, then
Cell,
Bad
Bad
Blood,
Blood.
Bad
It was
Blood, yeah,
Ground
then
Zero
Bad Blood,
Bad Blood,
Bad
Shawn
Blood.
Michaels versus Undertaker. Now at this Bad Blood, it's Hell in a Cell, Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk. So
And
they
gets that strap
following.
match threw me off because I was like, strap match. Who had a second match?
But they had a match before the Hell in a Cell.
They did.
And
They
remember,
did.
that's the
The
one where
Ground
everybody
Zero.
interfered. And then that's why they did Hell in a Cell. They was like, we got to find something to condemn them so D-Generation X can't get in the ring. So it's the same formula too. 3 matches, and it ends with Hell in a Cell. So yeah. And Bad Blood was the first ever Hell in a Cell, so they brought it back. I think this match might be the best one. I'm interested in seeing.
So you saying on the Bad Blood call right now because we got a few matches kind of announced and locked in. You going Drew and Punk? I don't know if we can call them flag fulfill.
I'm not saying that'd be match of the night. I'm saying I think that might be the best match they've had in this rivalry.
I think it might be the best match leading into the card. Like we're the most invested in that match. We've gotten all of it. The bracelet got broke, got put in his mouth. CM Punk pulled it out of his drawers and or Drew put and CM Punk kissed it. Like, bro, y'all.
That's what I
My
said. I
body
like this
sweat.
feud. I like this feud. I like what Drew is doing, and like these two guys were like they needed each other, and it worked.
And we got this back. Just think, all of this was because CM Punk literally got hurt, and they couldn't give us him and Seth Rollins. And Drew just took advantage of the moment and masterpiece.
I had to go fact check to make sure I was right, but I was.
No, you are. You Are Ground Zero was the first one. Shawn Michaels wore the black and blue with silver trunks and them bitches with the heart. Like I remember
That's crazy though.
vividly.
I say that you got to watch wrestling from that long ago. But that's the ill thing about wrestling is that people that just started watching it now, they don't even know the little nuances that they're throwing in there. It just looks like a whole new
It does.
thing that's being
And
created.
and shout out to them too because they make it feel new. It doesn't feel like a rerun. It doesn't feel
Yeah,
like that way. It's not like copy paste. It is copy paste, but it don't it this I don't know what's gonna happen in Bad Blood. However, there's rumors of a Survivor Series main event, and that may be a spoiler to who wins the Bad Blood. And I hope it's not the truth. Can I say it?
yeah,
They talking about Gunther CM Punk. And remember last week they kind of hinted because CM Punk was calling out Gunther, and then that's when Drew intercepted.
yeah.
And
Gunther,
so
huh? That might work.
I'm not mad at that.
You think CM Punk wins that though?
It's like you're going to Netflix.
Put it like this: if he wins it, you know him and Seth Rollins is at WrestleMania.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the point. And you also know CM Punk, despite anything anyone may say, is a needle mover. We all know this, whether you
Yeah,
like him or you don't. He,
The thing
you know,
about him is how much wear and tear would you want to put on him leading up to Mania?
as we saw what happened last year.
Because if he hold the title, is he going to be defending it or just walking around talking shit?
I'm just saying he couldn't even get out the Rumble last year.
Hey,
I think you just let him walk around and talk shit, to be honest, and let
Okay.
him defend it on the the PLEs, and maybe catch a match or two, or do like he was doing with you. You're constantly coming out on Raw, beating a motherfucker down, and it get baby, Phil, you 46, I think he is 47.
that's it?
You can't, yeah,
That's it. He's steep.
yeah. He a little bit older than me. He a little bit older
I,
than
I,
me. So
They got the body of a 66-year-old.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. Hulkamaniac had his, you know what I mean, his running with the Rock at 47.
that's crazy because Hulk Hogan looked 47 in his prime.
Hulk Hogan
Like,
looked 47 at 22. See, people don't understand. If you get the clean baldy, it'll shed some years off. When you got the, not me, my man had see what I'm saying? My man Hulk had the crown. He had like the king crown around his joint. So it's just hair all around. And then
I
the
don't
whole
think he ever
man,
had a full head of hair. Ever.
not when I seen him. But I'm
not
saying,
when I seen him either.
I think it's worse to just have the joint around. The joint around, yo, bro. You look, at that point, you look like you belong in a retirement home. You look
He had
crazy.
that thick ass mustache
So he
too.
start wearing them bandanas.
Yeah. Now,
And
yo, but you know what's crazy? Towards the end of WCW, we was talking about it when we did the Who Killed WCW. When he was in the Million Club, whatever that is, that's when he looked old as shit.
old as hell. It showed.
He looked
Like, oh
washed.
shit,
But
he
then when
old.
he came back to WWE, he looked like Hulk Hogan again.
They be
And I,
telling dire shit. Because even Diesel was in his 40s when he had his
That's what I like
1 year
about
run.
Roman. Roman's beard is all gray now. Like,
got a couple in there though, but he still look young though.
He's still Roman ain't 40 yet.
No,
So just keep that in mind. He's like 35, 36. He's he might be 38. And that's about that age where these wrestlers start, because in WWE's this ain't like the 90s where Diesel had a 1 year run in his 40s and they made him look in his 30s because all the dyed hair. These wrestlers,
DDP
Kevin
started
Owens,
wrestling at 36. Started.
who?
wow.
Diamond Dallas Page.
It's like Bautista. Bautista started wrestling late.
So
Bautista
Yeah,
was late as hell. Motherfucker missed the whole bus. Like, bro, who brought him to school this late? You just supposed to stay home. But he made something happen. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna
shout out to all them old looking motherfuckers in the 90s that we thought was
yo,
young, but they was
bro,
old.
bro, how niggas used to look in the 90s to now, bro. Niggas used to look like 60 and be 20, bro.
Well, that's because their parents used to feed them different. They used to name them like, then they used to have names like Langston, Rolando. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't finding nobody named Langston. Ain't nobody naming their kid Langston now, bro.
Nigga
You
said,
meet a Langston, you gotta.
let me
Word,
ask
bro.
you this, man. I was also mad about something too, HP.
What happened?
We ain't get the we got told we couldn't ask no Goldberg questions, but he
Yo,
trolled tonight with Bill Goldberg, man.
Gunther, shout out. We got to skip ahead to that shit.
That
Fuck
was
all that.
insane.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I told you I
Oh,
missed it.
so look,
Oh
so Bret Hart
shit.
comes out. They start talking about they talk about Bad Blood. They talk about War Games being in Vancouver, and then Sami Zayn comes out because we in Canada. Gunther comes out, and Gunther starts it off by saying that Bret Hart is one of his favorites, and he's like, everybody in the locker room believes you are, you know what I mean, the best wrestler, but you'll always be second to my real favorite, Bill Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg. Bro, so
Gunther ain't
Paul
say that
on
shit,
that shit
man.
and he laughed. And I thought he was like, he's gonna say Shawn Michaels. He better
That's
say Shawn Michaels.
crazy.
But he was like, he didn't even say Goldberg. He said the same way Brett said. And my favorite wrestler, Bill
Gold,
Goldberg.
yeah.
I gotta go watch that. I didn't
Yo,
know.
and then
Trolled the
and then
shit
that's
out
when
of him.
and then that's when Sami Zayn music. Matter of fact, that's when Sammy came out. They ain't even let Gunther get no more shit. Like either
Yeah.
he did that off cuff or
It
they
ain't
knew
nothing
he
else
was
to
gonna
say
do it.
after that, to be honest.
There's nothing else to say because Brett don't like that
I'm
shit.
gonna be honest. I was about to say he can't. If he did that on cuff, he's gonna get in trouble because Brett is the type to take that shit to heart. I will get Brett back on the podcast just to cook up about that again. Dog, do we need Brock and Gunther? Why not? Yeah, we need that. We need that because that's like the epitome of one generation passing the torch to the other, and that's Gunther's endgame. He said it. That gotta be, and
Yeah.
that gotta be Brock's last match, WrestleMania.
Shout out to you, Dolph. I also agree with that for a couple reasons too. No matter what Brock Lesnar does in life, he is always truly certified. He went to the UFC and won the heavyweight title. Like that will always leave him certified in real life, whatever. So you can run a lot of different style of matches with Brock, and it's gonna go over because Brock is over. People know Brock can fight for real. You're not gonna test Brock, and Gunther being the way Gunther wrestles about being like the best wrestler, it just makes sense because Brock has a national collegiate championship in wrestling. So you can write that it's a story that writes itself. It writes itself. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can Cody Rhodes beat Brock.
I think Brock would enjoy that too, because they'll actually damn near be fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Brock be liking them physical matches to where, you know what I'm saying? He respect wrestlers.
I think
he
because Brock Lesnar has to really hold back. Like he has to really consciously think about what he's doing. We saw what happened when he caught Randy with that elbow. They say everybody backstage is like hot and mad, but we saw
Even Jericho got into it about that.
So
back then. Yeah, they said because some people knew, some people didn't know, but the reality was what was it? Also, you remember the Braun Strowman receipt when Braun caught him with
he punched the hell out of Braun. I told him slow the fuck down. See, I think that's why we like the Gunther style matches because it's stiff and everybody don't want to work that style. But Brock Lesnar would definitely mix it up with Gunther like that, and it'd be fire.
And it'll automatically legitimize Gunther. If you want to be legit, like Cody Rhodes beating Brock was like, all right, that feels kind of. I'm not gonna say it feels forced, but I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't sold.
I forgot Cody beat Brock. Rest in peace to Sid Vicious. Uncle Sid wouldn't have liked that.
But yeah, that was my highlight of the night.
James Earl Jones, man. James Earl Jones passed away, man.
Rest in peace, man, to the legend, man. A lot of times, unfortunately for me anyway, I feel like when we say that, it's usually, somebody, but God always got when it's your time. So, he don't make mistakes. But I'm saying here on earth, we always feel like when people die to to senseless murders or drug addictions or just at an early age that they didn't fulfill everything. But one thing I could say is in the 93 years of James Earl Jones being on earth, that man fulfilled everything possible.
He He did it.
Legendary, man.
At a high level.
I'm going to the elephant's graveyard. He was Mufasa.
But
He
what's
was
crazy?
Ada.
Hey, you know what's
King
ill though?
Shafi Joffa.
My son works.
And you know what's crazy? That's ill. At the same time, is that they was able to already do the Lion King before he passed. The new Mufasa that comes out in December. So you know he's doing a voiceover in that. So now it's like they could leave it without tainting. Because you know, before I used to be like, when they used to come back and do it, you wouldn't hear nothing. They'd be like, yeah, James Earl Jones is doing the voiceover. And I'll be like, wow, James Earl Jones is still kicking, able to do it. I always found that dope. But now I feel like I don't think they should do no more. Yeah, like the universe gave you one with him still being able to do the voice of Mufasa.
I know they was doing a new Lion King.
Yeah, December. It's so you know how the last one came out in 2019 where it was like not cartoonish, but like you can see the real lions kind of.
Oh, live action.
Yeah. It's another one of those. But
the guy who I was talking to, you know, he rented Disney out for like a whole week, for you know what I'm saying?
But they say DNA was in Africa riding real lions.
Hilarious. But yeah, I feel like now that you're putting that one out, you good. Like, you know what I mean? He was able to be in the final chapter prequel of it. Don't do no more. Like,
that's cool though. That's cool. That, like you said, I know we talking raw, but people don't get to just like pass away no more. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you get killed.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, rich homie Quan. You'd have something food, not something on like that. But when you could just pass away and die, that's getting old is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? We joke a lot on here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But getting old, that's
Japan the Don. Who the hell is that?
That's me.
Yo,
that must be real.
It's real in your absence.
It's real.
That's why I started laughing. I be trying not to look at the chat. Yo, Zell be killing on
Me and Zell gotta have a TLC match or something. I don't even know. Zell might be 6'8", 340. I don't know.
DNA, I'll catch you up to speed. You remember how Archie told us that he has an album rapped in Japanese, right?
Yeah.
So that's who Japan the Don is, because he was like, yo, my man look like John. He's like, nah, that's Japan the Don. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna have us a match, man. 2 out of 3 falls. Yeah. We gotta have us a Hell in a Cell, man. You gotta end this.
But that shit is funny as hell. Zell always got some sort of he'll come in the chat. I'll try to act like I ain't looking at it, but I'll read it and then I'm like, fuck, that shit crazy. But yeah, shout out to everybody at Disney who put together the Lion King. Rest in peace to James Earl Jones. Rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan. And also, again, it's a good time. Like, a lot of people are going, man. Sid just passed. So again, if you got a phone number, somebody you ain't talked to in a minute, just hit them up. Hey, bro, that's my advice. Because you never know. You don't never know the day. Second day on the tombstone.
Speaking of drinking and all that, you got something over there?
Cool. Yeah, I got my my water.
Absolutely, that's good. Always great to hydrate, good brother.
Now I got my cucumber joint. Okay, that is fresh. These are fresh cucumbers from today. Fresh this morning. I had them all day at work too.
You know what I want you to do, HP? Yes, since you do, you do sip, get your little taste. I want you to at some point try some of these wrestlers' beverages and give us a review on it.
Okay.
I know Austin got a beer. I know Cody got a drink. I know Rock got a drink. I want you to
Terramana is that shit. So let me ask y'all this, right? Hell in the Cell, Bad Blood, October 5th. We in the building or what? I never seen a Hell in a Cell match. I want to see it.
I had planned on going to that, but you know what I'm saying? I might be in New York on the 13th. I don't know. But I'm waiting on an email from WWE, to be honest.
I think October 5th is feasible. I need to check I just need to check the schedule because I didn't even think about it. And it is Atlanta. So memories are made and shit. You know what I mean? Like, and Zell said he gonna be there.
October.
Yeah, Zell gonna be there. I'm there.
Wednesday.
Me and Zell, we having a parking lot brawl.
Wednesday, we don't got nothing lined up, so I'm gonna give y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all now why y'all on the podcast. Wednesday, I'm announcing, son. If y'all seen last year, I did a all wrestling bars event with battle rappers, and they battled each other using all wrestling bars. So we got something like that lined up again this year. You know,
You can't say it though, right?
Nah, I'm not gonna say everything, but yeah, the details will be out on Wednesday. But yeah, that's what we got lined up. We got another all wrestling bar card. Now I'm not gonna tell y'all who's on it, but I'll say this: we actually got a wrestler battle rapping.
Tap in, or don't get tapped out. That's all I'm gonna say. Tap in so you don't get tapped out. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I might have overdosed and seen some shit, and I was thoroughly pleased as a wrestling fan and a battle rap fan. So
Yeah.
since you said you ain't saying nothing until Wednesday, then I'm gonna shut the fuck up on that note.
12 p.m.
Because I don't want to slip.
Trailer comes out 12 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, trailer. Movie time. It's movie
I ain't even
time.
show y'all the trailer. I'm gonna show y'all the trailer once we get off.
Bet. But speaking of getting off, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair finally putting away Alba Fire and Isla Dawn in a tag team title match. I didn't think nothing of the match. I was hoping for a new contender to pop out later. Damage Control, they had a run with them, so I guess that's gonna be the next contenders. But I'm gonna reiterate what the commentator said, man. Is there a fucking female team in that locker room that can even hold a candle to Bianca and Jade? Like, even if you mix and match,
I told you the only two I have to see doing it is Nia and Tiffany. Other than that, I don't see anybody that can even stand next to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. They look very fucking dominant. We got some LWO beef with the fucking Judgment Day. This shit was. I'm not gonna say what I typed in the chat.
We've been there, done that.
Yeah, like what are we doing with the LWO? The hottest one is fucking Zelina Vega, and that's only because Mercedes
that answers your
steals her
question
outfits.
right there. You said what do they do with the Y? If they don't know what to do with Judgment Day and LWO, you think they got something lined up for Y6?
It's a travesty, man. They just out here taking L's. What Lux said that one time? You out here to Verb, you out here taking licks and taking licks. You know about legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at the fucking Rey Mysterio.
How much of
like,
your
bro,
brain, what percentage of your brain is battle rap and wrestling?
Bro, it depends. I can get in moods. If I you know
you just go there,
like,
like you just like it's embedded in you.
Yeah, I be at work now talking that shit, and like no one catches it, but I be trying to drop hints because people are like, oh, I used to love battle rap. I'd be like, oh, for real? Like, so you know about so and so? And then they'll be like, oh, yeah. And then I'll be like, all right, well, make sure when we get in the car, you know what I'm saying? Make sure your seatbelt buckle up. Get another cut, then another cut. Look like the seatbelt. Yo, I like to do that
at work, Jerry. You can't be doing that.
They can't tell me nothing, and I'm new. They can't tell me shit. I love it though. But no, I do that. I usually talk in movie bars. Thanos is like my favorite character ever in anything, and I usually quote him a lot, way more than I should at the worst times. Like, never tell a person I told you so. Tell them you couldn't live with your own failure. And where did that bring you? Right back to me. Right? It works so much better.
Man, what happened on Raw? You gonna give me
all right, bet. Let's get back into
monologue.
it. Yo, we get a little Canadian revival because we got the PF fucking C, looking strong, talking shit, and you got them going against the yeah, you know, the Pure Fusion for Pure Fusion collection. I might have missaid the letters. You know, they look stupid as hell. Val versus Valkyria and Zelina Vega, aka Mercedes Vega, aka Zelina Monet.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Same person. And then they break out Natalia. Right now, this is after Bret Hart done already came out. not a real big pop for her. She gets, you know what I'm saying, but it's like, oh, okay. And match is decent, but the finish was kind of dope. They Natalia had what's old girl's name?
Yo, why he said it
Deville, Sonya
Italian,
Deville,
dog?
huh?
Natalia. He said it
Natalia,
Italian.
Natalia. She be on TikTok making these weird titty slap videos. I don't know. Y'all ever seen them shits? She got a okay. Well, anyway, uh,
I'm afraid not.
I seen them.
Natalia.
I've seen them. They get a finish. Natalia gets the sharpshooter
How many
on.
of them you got bookmarked?
I don't be bookmarking. I feel like professional perverts bookmark shit. So you gotta like screen
A
record it and then
professional
send it to
pervert.
yourself. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I'm
can't
glad
bookmark.
Natalia's back though. I don't think we're gonna see her too much longer, but
I
she's been
feel like
around a
honestly,
long time.
and they mentioned that, and then I just looking at the chat, bro. Your man's I feel like she's been underused.
Is she a
She
Hall of
got a
Famer?
no. I
Ooh,
mean, when I look at the other Hall of Famers, yes, but by my standard of what a Hall of Famer should be, she's really borderline. But I'm she ain't no first ballot Hall of Famer. I'll say that.
ooh,
She wouldn't be a first
that's
ballot Hall of Famer,
hard.
but she probably would get
Speaking
in.
of,
But
shout out to the legendary Jacqueline. She just signed a WWE Legends deal. Yeah,
And you know
and
where that started from, right?
mm,
Attitude Hour podcast.
started from the pod. Now we here.
Yeah, when she was on Attitude Hour
mm.
podcast, she was Triple H. Call me. He said, I'll come back and do something. And that interview did numbers. So yeah.
The studs of destruction. Though I gotta put that shit up there, bro.
Vinny's out of pocket. Yo, I'm about to sign out though. I'll be here tomorrow.
Bet. Yo, speaking of tomorrow, let me just give you a hint for the match. What the fuck are they doing with the Street Profits? The Street Profits are going to NXT to challenge Axiom and Frazier for the NXT tag titles.
It's that time, ladies and gentlemen. It's that
What
time.
are we doing?
It's getting dark over there.
Y'all, this is when people start popping up in AEW.
That is insane.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to NXT to challenge for the NXT tag titles, bro. I seen that at the very end of Raw and screenshotted it. Like I can't believe my eyes. Because if they win, it's like a demotion. Now you're the NXT champ.
That is a
They're
huge
developing
step back. But normally I'm okay with that, but that's a huge step back for those guys.
Now, if you
I
lose, it's an even worse thing.
When I was there earlier this year, Oscar and them came over there and won the belts.
You said Oscar?
Mm-hmm. The women's NXT belts, yeah.
Hell, Becky had it.
I mean, people are talking about Montez Ford needs a single
tag titles.
Yeah, tag titles.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm saying Becky had the NXT women's title though. Like she had that. So it's not a thing, but for those two in particular, I think that's a good night.
Yeah, you just fought on SmackDown for the tag titles against the Bloodline like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago or last week? What? It was like it just happened sometime soon.
You know what?
So,
Bobby's gone, ain't he? That might have something to do with that too.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were with Bobby and B-Fab. Is she? I'm sorry, HP. I don't want to get you on. Don't do it.
yeah, it's so disrespectful to them Street Profits. Yeah, Laura, I agree. You know what I'm saying? Zell, I see you in the chat, bro. You don't. When is Charlotte coming back? That's what I honestly think Charlotte don't come back till like Netflix time.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like I'm at that point because I mean, why throw her up now? We're going into war games. She's not gonna jump in no teams or nothing. So just let that ride. You know you got Netflix coming. It'll be a big pop. They may have a date around Charlotte, like the
Will
city.
Charlotte get a big pop? Because people are either like her or don't like her. I don't think she's very. I don't think she's winning a popular vote.
Maybe you have her come back and be a heel. She can definitely do some heel work though.
I don't think
And
heel
as a
or
heel,
babyface. People just don't really rock with Charlotte Flair like that.
I thought her promo needed work, but it wasn't bad. It just wasn't. It really wasn't where I wanted it. You know what I'm saying to be. But I thought her in ring work was
All
great,
right.
except for when she was
All
fighting with
right.
Nia Jax.
Yeah,
All right, bro. We'll holler.
All right, bro. We ain't gonna be too much longer either, unless you want. Oh, damn, he just tapped out. I about to say, unless you want to talk about what happened on that pay per view this weekend.
What pay-per-view?
You seen
Battle
that
rap?
shit?
Oh.
No, you
Oh,
seen
the
that shit?
needle? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you seen
Swerve on
that
that
shit?
heroin. Heroin. We used to call it heroin in Louisiana. Heroin.
I was like, the fuck are we watching?
I think we need to do a whole different show about that.
It's worthy of it. It's worth the
Because we have
conversation.
a Swerve Strickland interview. So
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And
that was yeah, I
I
don't know how I feel about that.
ain't gonna lie either. I'm gonna say this. I don't like it. I didn't like. I like their match. I like the physicality of it. I don't like to see wrestlers put themselves in a position to like get egregiously get hurt. Like, all right, I have a cinder block. If I put it this way and I put your body head this way, feet down here, your spine goes with it. If I put it this way, part of your spine hits it, part of it doesn't, and you
But just
automatically
L3,
like
L4
what?
lumbar gone.
Yeah, yeah, we've seen this happen too many times with wrestlers. Shawn Michaels hitting the back of the casket. Rick Rude, when WCW used to have those elevated ramps, and his body was hanging halfway off it, and
Damon
things
broke his
splashed him.
neck and he was vertical. So yeah, that was
Like, why put a spot like that in? That was I felt like that was hella reckless.
same thing with Kyrie last week. Unnecessary is unnecessary. It's
If you're
unnecessary.
gonna do a cement block, a cinder block spot, you got to be careful. They also had another spot where Swerve did the what's that? The vertebraker.
I saw that.
That- I give that more credit than the power bomb because one, I'm sure you had. I mean, I know they had to discuss this shit. You gotta have your
What
head
if
in
they
it.
didn't and the motherfucker just pull out a cinder block and hit you with it?
I'm quitting the company.
Bro,
I'm quitting the
that
company.
match it's only I ain't gonna say bad, but Swerve is so over, and the match he just had with Daniel Bryan was incredible, and that was. But this was it was gory. It was weird, bro.
You know what's
That
wild?
visual of a needle in a man's face is just the
So for
thumbtacks
y'all
kind
that
of creep me out. But a needle, you put a needle, you injected him.
for y'all that didn't see it, all we're talking about AEW All Out. It happened this weekend. Well, first of all, it was a 6-hour fucking pay per view from 6 p.m. to
Tony
midnight.
Khan said he giving you your money's worth, baby.
The final match was Hangman Page versus Swerve Strickland. Really brutal. This is up there with the Mankind. So I'm gonna be honest. Now that I just said that, right? Objective complete. We got people to talk about it. The world was talking about it. Negative publicity is still publicity.
I never agree with that.
I'm with you. I do agree with it, but if I own the product, I say no. I don't want that type of publicity though. Yeah, people gonna talk about it, but then you might see the drastic drop afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Two, it's wrestling. There's a certain level of fan that does love that super hard, the horror core, almost like not horrorcore, but horror core.
Yeah, it's levels to it. And that death match, backyard shit. Hey, for those who like it, legends are made from it. David Arquette almost died in one of those matches. Nick Cage, like they're legends. They're hardcore, horrorcore. They're legends in death matches, but that ain't the Archie Carter's cup of tea. And if you missed the spot, Hangman Page took a needle, a syringe, and he stuck it in Swerve's face, and it was hanging out of
Like
his mouth,
through his
like
mouth, he was trying to.
through his cheek,
Yo,
and injected him. It was a weird spot.
it looked like he was really trying to push it all the way through, like so you could see the syringe come out this side, clearly seeing that it went in
Yeah,
the
it
inside.
was wild. It was wild. It was a wild spot. I don't know how you come up with that. I don't know how you think of that. Somewhere New Jack is happy. New Jack proud, but that might be the only one.
That
Yeah, it
might be the only one. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It kind of turned me off. Like, why are we doing this? Like, why are we going this far, right? Because even Thumbtacks, back when McFoley did it, it was like
I
a
just
shot.
said that. Hell, Willow Nightingale smashed the tubes over the Chris Statlander. The tube thing creeps me out. Yep, there was those little pieces of glass.
I have never watched some of those horrorcore death matches.
I can't even
Every time I
watch
start
it.
seeing that, I'd be like, and that's when I tune out. I'm like, why? Why? I know y'all don't get paid like that. I know you don't get paid
Jerry,
WWE
it's
money.
not about it's for the love of the sport. You hear me?
Yeah, but
They love this
you hang
shit.
around with enough people, they
You know
do
how much
until
pride you got when you walk into work at Arby's on Monday with stitches because you had a death match over the weekend?
you know what I hate, right? You ever see that guy who's on the second turnbuckle in that backyard wrestling organization? He jumped off. He didn't even start the match, right? And he jumped off the second rope to his entrance, and he snapped both his legs in half.
Bro, people jump up. It's that's why the beginning of wrestling shows, there's the don't try this at home thing. We telling you don't try the thing the professionals do. So imagine the not professional, quote unquote, and people
These
who trying
motherfuckers
to
have
make
no insurance, bro.
bro, we live in an age of the viral moment. Back in the day, if you didn't see it on a tape that you with your friends, backyard wrestling, you didn't see it. Backyard wrestling was bad back in the day. That's just because it was just backyard. But people want that viral moment, and they think they can get it. Bro, it's moves that are being performed in wrestling range that
It
should
should not
not
be.
be performed. It's things happening like, but you can always say it's entertainment.
But
Thanks,
see,
man.
I'll give you that, right? Because it is always entertainment, no matter what. It is entertainment. Like, they're doing it to entertain people. But I'm gonna say this from, like, y'all better. And when I say y'all, I mean whoever's out there doing it, and they love it, and that's on them. But have you ever considered what happens when your career gets stopped, like, abruptly? Like the dude who snapped his legs and had to have surgeries and all this stuff, and his family was asking for money doing the because guess what? You weren't able to go to Arby's for weeks, and now your primary job that pays the bills, guess what? You ain't got it
No
because you ain't got that
disrespect
much
to
PTO.
Arby's. Do you eat Arby's?
I did.
For the
I ain't
past
doing that.
like 4 episodes, you've been eating big ass burgers. So I don't know.
That was a chicken sandwich. It was from Chick-fil-A.
That's a burger. You don't
No,
consider that a burger?
that was a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
But you don't call it a burger? You call it a sandwich?
Yeah, it's a sandwich. It's got chicken on it. It can't be a burger unless it's got beef on it.
I don't know. I'm asking.
It's a sandwich. It's a chicken sandwich. You ain't never heard of no chicken burger? Chicken pat? What? Wait, hey y'all. Hey, it's a chicken sandwich. You ain't
I just asked
don't
you.
pull up.
I just asked you one
It's a
question.
chicken sandwich.
I think I fucked you up with that.
It, it is. It is. That's what it's like a hoagie. You know what I mean? Like a hoagie in a sub. But I'll say like this for Swerve Strickland, like, I don't know
Did
why
we
you would
finish
need to do
Raw?
that. Yeah, it really wasn't nothing. After that, main event. Well, we were alive when it happened. Main event. Jey Uso won the Fatal 4-Way. He's gonna go up against Bron Breakker at Bad Blood. I think it's a wasted spot if you're not gonna put the title on him, and I don't think you should take it off Bron Breakker. So I think it's a wasted spot.
I think he wins. This is the
Jey
thing.
Uso.
If Jey Uso doesn't win, cool. That means something's about to happen with the bloodline. If Jey Uso goes on a single titles run, we don't see Roman Reigns for some time. Because he has to be a part of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
And
even if
Bloodline,
Brian
even if you
loses
bring
the
back The
title, I
Rock,
don't think it
don't.
affects Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker has fallen into that dangerous spot where I think people are gonna like him regardless if he has gold or not. And we have some legends who have been in that spot. You have a whole show about it called Near Fall. So that's a dangerous spot to be in, especially so early in career. But I think people are gonna watch him and like him regardless. And that's a weird place to be. But I think this match would be very telling. If Jey Uso wins, I don't think we see any movement in the bloodline story with Roman and the Usos anytime soon.
I think honestly, Jey Uso has to lose because of that. And two, if you are right and he wins, you're right. Roman, I agree with that. But for Braun, I think Braun does need it because if you strip Braun of this title now to a loss to Jey Uso, he already lost to Sami Zayn once. He had to come back and win. No one looks at Sami Zayn and says that's a world title guy. I don't think no one looks at Jey Uso, even though his name is Main Event Jey, and says that's a world title guy.
I think it only
So
affects Braun if he chases Jey and doesn't capture anything out of it. Then it just looks kind of
they
weird.
said they said Rakishi's sons have zero talent, bro. Jay coming back for that title match interference. Jimmy come back. It look, I'm gonna say it like this. I think Jimmy has talent. I think Jimmy could have been Intercontinental Champion, but they missed the bus.
Jimmy
Bus is
who?
gone. Jimmy Uso. I think he should have been when he first started saying that main event shit back when
Jimmy
he was
Uso
in
could have
still
been
in the
what?
Intercontinental. He could have done it. You don't have to be the best wrestler. You should be when you're a mid card champion, but you don't have to be. I mean, it would better suit things. But Jimmy Uso has closed shows before. So he's got one thing a lot of people don't, and that's charisma. And that's just the way it is. Like we can't, he sells
We talk
t-shirts.
about the same Jimmy Uso?
Yo, they was playing
Jay
Jimmy
brother.
Uso's. No, I'm
Naomi
sorry.
husband.
I'm saying Jimmy. I meant Jay. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This whole time I meant Jay. I'm like, why you act like this man did? Oh shit, I'm saying Jimmy. Yeah, Jay Uso. I'm sorry. Jimmy, no. I don't put nothing on Jimmy. Nothing.
In the
Nothing.
Continental. What?
I don't even get that 24/7 shit, nothing. And that's not a slap in the face. Y'all give us a bullshit match. Y'all tag team belts is where it's at for y'all. And that's not a knock because y'all are really good as a tag team. And I like good tag teams.
Oh, they
You are
already
an elite
certified
tag
Hall
team.
of Famers.
Absolutely. 100%. But as a singles, only Jay has the charisma to uphold the belt. Jimmy,
No.
absolutely not. I don't even think he has the ability to do a singles run because
If
he's been
you
single this
watch
whole
the show Total Divas, you will probably hate Jimmy Uso.
plus all their relatives were ethnic jobbers. Damn, who going off in this chat like this? Hold on,
Go off.
put on
Go
my
off then.
let me put on my glasses.
Go off. Ethnic jobbers is crazy though.
Ethnic jobbers is crazy. That shit caught my like. What the fuck? Hold up. I'm not gonna say they all have. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta think of it like this, right? Vince, we're coming out of the last of the big man era, right?
Is Haku in the
Um,
Hall of Fame?
I don't think so. I don't think so. He could be, but I don't think so. I don't remember a class that had him in there. But you got a whole class of family that continues to come to your company that all have some sort of talent. If they don't have talent, they have the size, and that size. Pause. Um, I don't
Unpause.
even know how to say this shit, but you know what I'm saying. They look the part. They look like wrestlers. Nowadays, you're getting a lot of Sami Zayn's, Daniel Bryan's kind of guys. They don't look like wrestlers. They can wrestle.
Even
They
Gunther,
don't look
he
like what we're
lost.
typically used
You
to.
have wrestlers now losing weight, losing muscle mass, and leaning out.
Yeah, I think they should do it though
Jordan
because
Grace
it
did
makes them look
that.
more like fighters.
Walter did that. Like hell,
Walter
Damian
did.
Priest used to be over 300 pounds.
Yep, just like Walter, fat
Yeah, a
motherfucker.
lot of wrestlers
It wasn't.
leaning out and dropping that mass, and those are the people that people are pushing. What they say, strapping rockets to.
But I also think WWE needs to look at TKO and look at the landscape, right? We all know when you see somebody 6'5" and 322 pounds and they're chiseled through what we know what this is. You can't compete nowhere else, bro, because this is you're on something. So when you get the Seth Rollins who looks like the average everyday guy, and you see he has a hella good athletic ability. He has a good, you know what I'm saying? He looks physically like, you know what I'm saying? You could meet him in a bar. He doesn't look crazy, you know. Uh, I think that helps. I think that helps your brand. And I noticed something tonight with Joe Tessitore because he used to call a lot of boxing. You know, I was really into that. He talked about when they blocked the punches, they didn't say, "Oh, reversal." Oh, now he said he parried the punch, and I was like, "Oh, I like that. I like that. Like, yeah, yeah, here we go,
Yeah.
boom." So if you start calling these things like fights, and a week or two ago, I think I was talking with D about this, where I was like, "Yo, I would like to see some weigh-ins for certain fights, not with the Wyatt Six because they're a gothic
You like to see what?
novelty, like weigh-ins, like before some of these big matches, and then they can speak to the difference. Like, oh, CM Punk is at a huge disadvantage. He is down 35 pounds to Drew McIntyre. Their last
But see,
match, it
that's
was only
old
a
school
20.
wrestling when they used to have the tell, not the tell of the tapes, but like they would put up the height and
Yeah,
the weight and where you're from. That's throwback.
yeah, I think they should do that. Tonight they put up a graphic that said the announcer. Let me see if I can see what it
I
said.
think
It
that
had
might
all
hurt some wrestlers though, because then you see really how small
lie
they are.
about it. Lie about it. Don't let us see the number. Just read it out loud like they do at the weigh-in, but don't you say their real number. And it can change from match to match, but it'll stay within the vicinity. But you're gonna have to lie for some people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You might have to lie.
yeah. Or
But some people ain't.
you could do like what's my man name was? Crash Holly. He said he was a super heavyweight over 300 pounds. He come out there with the scale. Crash Holly was a G, man.
That would be dope though. Someone takes the scale like you ain't weighing me in. I'm over 300,
Crash
and they
Holly
just
was a G.
fucks with it though. But yeah, yeah, Benny, I agree. Joe Testator's been doing a good
Did you
job.
see
Like I thought he was
Clarissa
gonna have more
Shields last
problems.
weigh-in?
Clarissa Shields last week, I didn't see it.
Go
I
see
didn't
it.
see it. I'll go check it out. She
Go
be
see it.
she like a little chocolate drop.
Go see it.
Some
Quote.
people need to work.
She's the quote.
Need to wait to work, but others like Sheamus, yeah, Sheamus don't need it. Sheamus looks like a wrestler. He looks like an old school wrestler. He can wrestle any era,
Brawling brute. Hey,
the brawling brute. But like Pete Dunne, it doesn't make sense. But the way he wrestles, Pete Dunne, you're like, oh shit, the bruiser weight, and then you just believe it. It's just he's put that in your head. He's gonna wrestle
I like
a
the
stiff
joint
match.
manipulation thing he does. I think that's cool.
Yeah, like, the bruiser weight, like he about to beat the shit out of somebody.
You got the mouth
So
guard and yeah.
yeah, I think it works. So I would like to see more of it. Um,
People was killing Joe Tessitore last week.
I think people just not used to his. I mean, I used to kill Michael Cole.
The thing is, you got to give people time. It's his first day.
Yeah, and
You
wrestling ain't easy.
you can't compare somebody's first day to other people's 20-year career. Like you just can't do that.
Wrestling is much harder to call than boxing or UFC for that matter, because you don't have the same type of people in your ear. Like the people in your ear for boxing, they're not. They're like, hey, the champion's warming up.
Yeah, you
Hey,
don't
this person
have
got
somebody screaming in your ear for 3 hours.
yeah, like. The wrestling is so different. The spots, the whatever words they still can't say. They still don't like to call people small. Triple H will fire. There was a guy that got fired for that off the commentary. He referred to a wrestler as small, and Corey Graves had to try to cover it up, even though they were small. But Triple H is like, don't. Words matter. Don't put that in people's heads because when you say they're small, people say they're small. Now it's like it's hard for us to market him as a world champ or whatever champ because you guys think he's small. So, um, I think WWE commentary is the hardest because you're very limited in what you can do, and there's people in your ear the whole event cycling shit through. Hey,
Yeah,
this is
at the
coming up. This is
company I
coming up.
work
Hey,
with, when we do interviews, they say don't say this, don't say that, and that's just you know a thing in wrestling. So I can imagine on a WWE level what you can and cannot say.
yo, Vince used to
But
be a
that's why I
monster.
like a Joe Tessitore. That's why I like Pat McAfee because I think Pat McAfee would say things sometimes they didn't want him to say, but he's just being a fan.
Yeah, and he's so celebrity. He's so goaded. You're not. What are you gonna fire him? He brings his own fan base,
And you see your
and he gives
boy,
you
and
publicity.
your boy didn't attack your Logan Paul, Kevin Nash.
What you? I don't like. I lost a lot of respect for his Logan Paul with that response.
I don't think Kevin Nash can call somebody out for doing what he did in WCW. He openly says it was about the money and the money grab. At least Logan Paul, he can't control what he get paid, but he did do the work and he put on the matches and whatever the obligations was. Now, saying he's not one of the boys and all that, that's not for me to even get into. I just know Kevin Nash made a lot of money doing a lot of nothing. And he admits it.
I think from Kevin Nash's perspective, he feels like, but I paid my dues. I grinded to get where I was at. You did not grind here to get where you're at. You
One
came from
thing
elsewhere.
about the legends in any sport, the sport changes. The times change. How you did it, people aren't even allowed to do that anymore. You think they're going to let somebody grind it out for 5, 10, 15, 20 years? No. If you hot now. We're going to get you now.
Except for Jey Uso. Except for Jey Uso, bro. That motherfucker missed the bus, bro. That motherfucker was like, I know he was telling his family, I know they're gonna give me a championship. I'm selling the most shirts, I'm doing the most this, I'm doing the most that. 3 years later, that nigga still ain't. And they use him for everything for marketing. What was the thing where he came out in the crowd and told people he's gonna announce himself as, like, it was either Money in the Bank or King of the Ring, or he announced it, right?
It's the mullet.
He lost.
The mullet.
I'm going into the Royal Rumble. He lost. King of the Ring, Money in the Bank, he lost both of them. And he announced as he was the first entrant for both of them. The fucking Intercontinental title tournament. Yeah, you won that. That's just a crack at it. And he gonna
Can't
lose.
win them all,
He gonna lose
brother. You
that.
can't win them all. But anything else from Raw? So I think I'm tapping out. Man, I had a long day. I'm exhausted.
I got a long day
I'm
tomorrow.
tired.
Man.
Got to keep my eyes on this weather. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, we good. But
get to sleep. I don't see nothing else in my notes we're talking about. We got the Hell in a Cell. So far matches we know: Gunther, Sami Zayn. I don't even think they announced it yet, but it's
Gunther wins.
Yeah. I don't know who Cody's going against. It looks like Solo, but maybe Jacob Fatu sneaks in there. I doubt it, but it'd be interesting. And we got this Hell in a Cell, and Finn Balor challenged Damian Priest at Bad Blood, and we got Liv Morgan and Rhea. So that's about it. Nash held WWE and WCW Championship. Japan the time shows.
Well,
Yo, Zell, man. He's like, Japan. That Japan the Don is funny. That shit is funny,
I'm gonna
bro.
drop a
One day we
mix.
should just.
What he say? Let me see him before I get up out of here, man. Let me see,
He
man.
said,
It's
where is
all
it?
love, baby. We just
There it
we
is, that
people.
last one.
Let me see, man. These people having all the fun over there on the board, man.
Yeah. Nash held WCW Championship in WWF. But yeah, I ain't got nothing else. Oh, I thought it was a pretty good Raw, though. It wasn't bad. About a 7.5. Even if it had the same rating, nah, SmackDown was worse. SmackDown was way worse. I just look forward to 2-hour episodes.
That's
I
gonna be
just would like
beautiful.
to know.
That's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, the show is gonna be. It's already good for 3 hours, but now.
It's gonna be like NXT. NXT is.
Yeah. SmackDown's fucked.
Well, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Shout out to y'all for tapping in. Slide by the YouTube. Hit the subscribe notification button if you have not. And yeah, man, we got a lot going on this week. NXT tomorrow night. I may or may not be available. Depends on what my girl Francine doing out there in the Gulf of Mexico. And if not, HP and
My
DNA
Hero.
will be here to hold it down. And
Yeah,
yeah,
some My Hero Academia posters flying around that motherfucker.
hey, I got Godzilla over there, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be in the top floor of the crib, so I think everything will be all right.
All right, y'all. Oh, you said be out. All right, be out.
Huh?
So yeah, I ain't got nothing else for him.
Oh, well,
I'm actually tired. I got to be up at 4:30.
Oh, man, we should have been out here. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah.
NXT recap live on the main event NXT. Be good. Hope this week is good to you and good for you. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.